We are at a defining moment in history, and many people don't know it yet. Over 150 countries just agreed that our obsession with GDP is destroying nature. This is not some activism, this is not Twitter trend, this is government, and it changes everything. In February this year, at a global biodiversity conference, Antonio Guterres said something that is radical. He said you must move beyond GDP if you want to avoid planetary disaster. GDP has been the scoreboard of power for almost a century, and so if you change the scoreboard, you change moving. That means that countries at the bottom of the GDP rankings today could rise tomorrow if we start valuing what actually keeps economies alive, and that is nature. The report approved by 150 governments under the I basically says this: economic growth without ecological limits is destabilizing the biosphere. So what does this translate to? It means that we've been measuring output, but we've been ignoring the platform that makes that output possible. But at this, we're looking at forest, soil, water system, pollinators, oceans. And nature is not charity, it is infrastructure. We need to treat it that way. Now, this is where the true tension is. When some people hear move past GDP, they begin to panic. Does it mean fewer jobs? Does it mean less investment? Does it mean slower development? Especially for developing countries that are really trying to grow. So the question becomes, how do we protect nature without stifling opportunity? And this is the part that nobody is talking about clearly. Nature provides $150 trillion worth of ecosystem services globally every year. That is carbon storage, water purification, flood control, fertile soil, tourism potentials that countries are barely monetizing. And so we are sitting on a functional biological system that produces actual money, and we are calling ourselves poor. What if the solution we're looking for isn't just philosophical, but it is measuring something that nature has been running on for 3.8 billion years? And it runs on basically three principles: sufficiency, efficiency, and effectiveness. Sufficiency means that we are taking what is enough, even though everything is available, and so we're using things on a need basis. Effectiveness means that we're converting resources into lasting value, so that we give time for nature to regenerate. And efficiency means that we're not wasting anything, but we are circulating everything, ensuring that it is a closed loop. This is not anti-growth, this is really redesigning growth around reality. And so we're doing a video series where we're going to be going country by country, and we're going to be looking at what are the ecosystem services that this country can actually capitalize on. What are the values that they are losing? Where are the places where they are extracting too much? Where is efficiency too low? And where can the C framework actually work to benefit all these different countries? If global ranking shift from just GDP to ecosystem value capture and regenerative capacity, countries that are rich in biodiversity, in sunlight, in water, in soil, suddenly have leverage. We're looking at Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia, and this could rebalance economic power. This will make wealth equitable for everybody in the next decade, and that is if we move intelligently. And so this is not about stopping growth, it's about upgrading it. We need to understand that nature is not the opposite of economy, it is the base layer of the economy. And if 150 countries are beginning to realize that, it means that the next decade for us is very interesting. And I just like you to follow me as we break this down country by country.